Hi everyone, this is Brittany from Restaurant Systems Pro, and we're going to start on our very last webinar for the week. So today's webinar is going to be going over the training systems in Restaurant Systems Pro.net. Now your training system, please note, what this is going to help you train your employees. So for example, one of the first restaurants I've ever actually worked at, every single few months, I'd say every quarter, we would get a brand new menu. And so because of that, we would go ahead and do basically a training test. We would watch a video, read some articles, and then we would go ahead and get graded on that. If we failed, we would have to go ahead and retake the test until we fully understood the new menu. Or for another example, if you've ever done when you're getting your food handler's card, if you did it online, you can actually, if you did it online, you read a manual, you may watch a video, and then you answer the questions online. It's the same exact concept, but it's in Restaurant Systems Pro instead. So I'm in a demo system as we speak, and I'm going to go to Training Systems. From here, I'm going to go to Lesson Dashboard. Also, anyone that's on live right now, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. So from here, or if I'm going too fast, just please let me know. From here, under Lesson Dashboard, this is a list of our current lessons. From here, you can see up on the very top, we have our lesson name, and we can filter it for it right over here. So if you're looking for a specific lesson, you can search, click search, and then anything under that name will generate for you. Again, less is more when you're filtering. I'm going to click reset to reset the filter, and you'll see under lesson name, we have active and inactive. When I click on inactive, any inactive lessons that we have will generate right over here. Also, keep in mind, for example, we have bartender training manual day 4. If you guys don't have anything in place at your restaurant for this type of information, we actually have a lot of different things like that, different manuals and whatnot under resources. And if you can't find anything specific, please reach out to us. All right. So we have the add icon to add a new lesson. We have the edit icon. If you're on an iPad, or let's just say an Android, you can't actually double click on it, or on your iPhone. You have to click on it one time, then click on edit. We can go ahead and clone a training manual. We can make one inactive. We can copy it over from one restaurant to the other. So if you guys see a training manual right now in our demo system that you like, please reach out to us. And then we can go ahead and click on it one time and click view to view the actual lesson itself. Then under setting notification, we will go over that a little bit later. So we're going to go ahead and add a new lesson. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the plus sign under add. And then from there, under lesson name, you can go ahead and name it. So I'm going to name this How to Make the Bacon Cheeseburger. Under new lesson description, you can go ahead and write a description for this. From here, go ahead and click save. Now the next step of this, there's a couple different things. Up on the very top, you can adjust the lesson name or lesson description if you'd like. We're going to leave it as is. You'll see the created date, and anyone that edits this, you'll see their name. This is another reason why you should never share your username and passwords. If you are able to allow a retest, you can go ahead and select this as on. I'm going to leave that as off for right now, or no for right now. The last thing is going to be limit time for quick test. So you can give them 15 minutes, 30 minutes. You can give them up to 5 hours. Let's see, 11:45. You can give them pretty much how much time that they need. For this specific lesson, I'm going to go ahead and just give them 45 minutes to complete this. From here, you just want to click save. The next section is going to be list page details of lesson. So from here, this is going to be whatever you'd like this to be. You can copy and paste a manual in here. You can copy and paste a YouTube video. For today's example, I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys using a YouTube video. So what you have to do is you're going to click on the plus sign on the bottom grid to add a new lesson. From here, it asks you for the actual header name. I'm going to call this Making a Burger. And click Save from here. All right. Now the next step is either manually writing in your text or your manual. You can go ahead and copy and paste the manual, or you can also take screenshots of your manual or take a photo of it if you only have it, you know, in a book, and then you can go ahead and upload photos of it. For today's example, I'm going to show you guys how to do a YouTube video, but you can see you also have the option of printing out. You have the option of cleaning format, changing the format, pretty much everything that you need. I'm going to click on YouTube, and then from here, it asks me to paste the YouTube link. I'm going to go ahead, you can do the embedded code or the YouTube link URL. I'm going to go ahead and do the URL. Oops. 1 second. So I pasted my URL, and then I'm going to click Save. From here, now you can see the actual YouTube video, and then all I have to do is I can go ahead and copy and paste the rest of my manual if I do have one. For this example, again, we went ahead and just created a video. I took a video off of YouTube, a random video, but you would go ahead and create a video. You can upload it onto YouTube as unlisted, and then from there, you can go ahead and paste that onto here. I'm going to go ahead and save this because I don't have anything else that I want to write in there. So all they have to do is watch that video. Now I have to make my list of questions. I'm going to scroll down and click on the plus sign under List Questions in Lesson. The first thing it's going to ask me if it's single select, but you have other options as well. Multiple select, free response, true and false. I'm going to go ahead and paste the question right over here, or write down the question manually. And then on the very bottom, or in the middle of the page rather, you have a plus sign, so you can select on how you want to actually put this in. And you would select if this is a true answer or not. So for today's example, this question is, do we toast the bun? You can have one that says yes. If it's a true answer, you would select it and then click Save. From there, you can click on the plus sign again, and then let's just say no. And if that's not the true answer, make sure you leave that blank, and I'm going to click Save. Now, if you want to make this more so of a game, so let's just say, for example, if they have, if you have 10 questions and you want each question to be 5 points each, and then at the end of the day, whoever gets the highest score, you know, wins a free meal, whatever it may be, you can absolutely do that. I'm just going to enter 1 as my completed point and click Save. Also, what this is for is if you have, you know, 3 questions, it will tell you if you answered 1 out of 3 correctly or whatever it may be. So we're going to continue on clicking on the plus sign and adding our question or our questions and selecting which one's the correct one. So again, you can select the question type, paste the question or write down the question manually on the bottom. Actually, let me go back real quick. You also have the link. You're also able to insert a hyperlink. You can insert a photo if you'd like. You're also able to create a table in here. So pretty much any option that you'd like. Again, so this question is, what's the standard burger set consist of? We're going to click on the plus sign, and then we can go ahead and enter all of the actual answers or the test itself. For this specific question, all of the above is the true answer. So I'm going to go ahead and select yes or select the checkbox, click save. Again, enter my number of completed points. So I'm going to put 2 for this one and then click save. You would continue doing that for the rest of your questions and answers. The last step is going to be assign lesson to employee. So now I can go ahead and assign the lesson for this example to the back of the house crew. I'm going to click on the plus sign on the bottom grid. From here, I'm able to select my list of departments. So for this example, it's back of the house. My position, and my position is going to be line cook. And then I can go ahead and filter that. So now all of my line cooks generated, or if I wanted to not select all employees, I can select specific employees. But for this example, I will be selecting all employees at once. On the bottom grid, it gives you this option of a start date and an end date. So if I want to assign this, let's just say the 23rd, and they have until the 29th to answer it, that's all I have to do, and then hit assign. Once you're done, you'll be able to see, once people start actually answering these questions, you just click on the eyeball icon, and you're able to view what their test results are. I'm going to go ahead and save this for now since no one has answered this checklist yet. But just know, once people start answering it, all you have to do is search for the lesson, double click on the lesson, scroll down, and then click on the eyeball icon under the action column where it says assign lesson to employees. And I can see what their answers were. I'm going to go ahead and back out of that, but that's how you create a lesson. It's super simple, and I am recording this right now, so if you guys need anything, you can always watch this, or you can give me a call. The last thing I want to show you is, if you are assigned to this specific lesson, how to answer it. All I have to do is go to training systems and go to lesson dashboard as an employee. I'm going to click on my lesson that's assigned to me, and then click on redirect lesson assigned to me. From here, if I was assigned to this, it would go ahead and give me that lesson. Let me actually sign into this as my employee login. All right, guys, give me 1 second. All right, so I'm going to have to sign out again. It looks like I accidentally reassigned myself to the wrong username and password. My apologies. But just for the sake of today's example, I will show you still. So I'm going to click on it one time and then click on redirect lesson to assigned to me. If I did have a lesson active, it would be under the active column, and it would look just like the expired column, but it wouldn't turn up as expired like this. You'll see all the lessons here. Doesn't matter if you're under active or expired. Like I said, for the sake of today, since I'm doing a demo, I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like, but it will be under the active column instead of expired. You can see this is a different manual that we just entered, but let me click on this making bread one. So here's the making bread one. All I have to do is go ahead and watch this video. Once I'm done with the video, instead of saying test results, you should be able to see something along the lines of take test. You're going to click on that icon. And again, if you were under the active column, you would click on test. And then from there, you can go ahead and answer your test. That's all you have to do to go ahead and answer your checklist, or to go ahead and answer your lesson dashboard. Does anyone have any questions? All right, everyone, as always, on the very bottom of each page, you'll be able to see the training and technical support, email, phone number, as well as hours. If you guys have any other questions, please reach out. My extension is 102, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, safe day. Thanks, everyone. Bye.